New York City eateries fear devastating drop in business this winter if Deblasio punts on propane heater permit.
So today I announce a new approach, which we're calling the Key to NYC Pass. The key to New York City. When you hear those words, I want you to imagine the notion that because someone's vaccinated, they can do all the amazing things that are available in this city. This is a miraculous place, literally full of wonders. And if you're vaccinated, all that's going to open up to you. You'll have the key, you can open the door. But if you're unvaccinated, unfortunately, you will not be able to participate in many things. That's the point we're trying to get across. The Key to NYC Pass will be a first-in-the-nation approach. It will require vaccination for workers and customers in indoor dining.
New York City restaurant and bar owners fear that their bottom line could freeze up this winter if Mayor de Blasio doesn't renew an emergency permit allowing them to use propane heaters for outdoor service. The permit, first issued by de Blasio in October 2020, lifted a ban on portable propane heaters to help keep eateries and watering holes open at a time when indoor service was prohibited because of COVID-19. But the waiver expired over the summer, and de Blasio has not said whether he will roll out another one ahead of this cold season. James Malayos, owner of Amali, a Mediterranean restaurant on the Upper East Side, is concerned. Malayos said the propane heater permit was one of the few bright spots during the pandemic and that his restaurant would have gone belly up without it. Without exaggeration, if we did not, who estimated he could lose nearly half of his 75-seat capacity if he can't have propane heaters this winter. Malayos is one of 85 restaurant and bar owners who sent de Blasio and Council Speaker Corey Johnson a letter in April pleading to keep propane heaters burning this winter. Neither men responded to the note, Malayos said. That was disheartening, he said. Raffaello Van Couten, founder of Dolly Swing, a dive bar in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, said more than half of his business already comes from outdoor customers and envisions that will continue through the winter if he can keep his propane burners.
Vaccination for workers and customers in indoor dining.
We're used to this income because a lot of people are still concerned about being inside, said Van Couten. The public perception is that they have a safe place to go if there's heaters, and if they don't have that, I think we will see a really devastating drop in our business. It's make or break for us.
Vaccination for workers and customers in indoor dining.
Before de Blasio's emergency permit, propane heaters were long prohibited in commercial and hospitality settings due to fire hazards. FDNY data shows there have been no propane-related explosions or fires at any city restaurants or bars since de Blasio's order, which specified that heaters could only be placed on sidewalks and not near street seating. Still, the FDNY inspectors have issued more than 1,200 propane compliance violations and confiscated at least 1,000 improperly stored tanks since the ban was lifted, according to the data. In some of the most egregious incidents, 20-pound containers of propane were found on roadways concealed by planters and other objects designed to provide vehicle impact protection, said Frank Dwyer, an FDNY spokesman. Mitch Swartz, a spokesman for de Blasio, said the mayor hasn't ruled out allowing propane heaters again this year and is closely reviewing the fire safety implications. Electric and natural gas heaters will be fair game no matter what, Swartz says. Restaurant owners said electricity and natural gas are poor substitutes for propane. Jason Burchard, owner of Velselka in the East Village, said electric and natural gas heaters are not only far more expensive to run and install, they don't provide as much warmth. The electric heaters are good in enclosed booths, but on the sidewalks, forget about it. It's like day and night, Burchard explained. Van Couten agreed and said last winter proved we can safely use propane. Clearly, the fire concerns have to be diminished by the fact that we went through a whole season without any issues, he said. If de Blasio doesn't issue another propane permit, Van Couten fears the worst. It will be going back to trying to negotiate with the landlords that we can't pay rent, telling our staff that we don't have enough shifts for them. It will become a nightmarish thing again, he said. After all that we've gone through, it just doesn't make any sense. It feels like there's no one on our side.